Welcome to the 24-Hour Woman Show with Cheryl Liew-Chng. Received a very awesome question this week, and the question has to do with how can I become a high performer? I love this question because I think all of us have the potential to be a high performer. But first of all, what does it all mean? A high performer is different from a peak performer. A peak performer is one who you peak on one day and then you crash on the rest of the days. A high performer is one who consistently delivering exceedingly good results over a long period of time. Wouldn't you like to be one? A high performer who is an achiever, delivering consistently over a long period of time, exceedingly great results. Well, you can. And I've seen that happen for myself and also for people that I've worked with. And it's not a very huge, kind of program you have to go into, but it does require you to consistently put in your effort. I'm about to share with you 5 little shifts that you can make to become a high performer. The first is that you need to be clear who you are. I know, that may sound like a very simple question, it's like, somebody that would ask you if you were in elementary or primary school, who you are, what do you want to be when you grow up? Essentially, I want us to be able to answer the question, who is my best self? Who is my authentic self? Who do I really want to be? Because with that, then there's authenticity, there is alignment, and that is your natural self at play every single day. A high performer doesn't waste his energy pretending to be someone else. So if I were to ask you, what are your 3 words that you would use to describe yourself? One of a very awesome word that I've heard, being committed to, and I saw this person blossom in that area, is that she wanted to be a person who is present. And we know that in this world that is so easily distracted and so busy, that being present is a gift that many of us will appreciate. Because when we, if you commit to be a person who is present, then we know that when we are with you, you are with us. Your mind is not thinking about the email you're about to send out or, a text that has just come in, but you are engaged. And if you are engaged, that's priceless. So who do you want to be? What are 3 words that would describe you? The second, in terms of clarity, would be my question on who do you want to be in your interaction with others? How do you want to come across as you interact with others? Do you want to be enthusiastic? Then be enthusiastic to every single person, not just to one. If you are one who says that I want to be caring towards others in my engagement with others, then show care and concern to every single person, to the cashier, to the receptionist, to people that are around you. And that becomes the way that people would describe, oh, in my interaction with Sarah, she's always come across to me as somebody who's caring. That's consistent. And nobody needs to second guess who you are, because they know consistently over a period of time, you live up to those 3 words that describes your relationship with them. So the first thing, the first habit that you need to have, the first shift that you need to get into is to daily be the person that you say you're going to be, have the engagement with others that you want to be having on a daily basis. The second is in terms of your energy. Yes, this infrastructure. High performers know that a lot of the things that they want to do needs to come through this infrastructure. Many of you have asked me, Cheryl, I want to be a high performer, but I can only afford to have 5 hours of sleep a night. Well, my dear, there's no shortcut. High performer knows what he needs to or she needs to invest in, and that is in the infrastructure and his rest. So if you are having 5 hours, it's not going to do. You need to bump that up to 7 hours. How can you do that when you're so busy? Well, many of the people that we have worked with began with looking at what are the time stealers. And they begin to prune those things off their list, off their time. Anything that's eating up their time that's not productive, they prune it off and they use it for their rest. and your 7 to 8 hours rest is a must if you want to be a high performer over time. The other investment, very small one, is that you need to be hydrating yourself sufficiently. How much water are you actually drinking? I would say that not enough, and I would say that you need to drink sufficiently. You need to drink a lot more, and by that I'm not talking about just coffees and teas. I'm a coffee lover, but still I drink sufficient water. And when I say sufficient, I mean this amount of water, at least 3 containers of this, and keep track of that. And if you say that, wow, that's a whole lot of water that I'm drinking, I'll always be going to the toilet, that's a good thing. You're getting rid of toxic, you're hydrating your body. A lot of our modern ills is because we have not been drinking enough. And if you're one who really hates, the taste of just plain water, well, then infuse it with lemons or any other fruits or any other taste that you like, but do it naturally so that you are hydrating yourself. So sleep and hydration, minimum amount, that minimum things that you have to do to shift towards being a high performer. The third is your sense of productivity. How many of you have a never-ending to-do list? Being productive doesn't mean that you have to go through everything that's in your to-do list. It's basically doing that one thing that matters most. So every single day as you wake up, ask yourself, what is my mission for today? What is the one thing that I need to do to begin to progress towards what matters most to me? That one thing you must do by the end of the day. That's being productive. Simple enough? It's a habit you need to do every single day over time. Number 4, you need to be stepping up on your courage. Hey, if you want to be a high performer, you have to be stepping up on your courage, because as you step up, it changes the scene. It gives you a new rhythm of momentum to drive towards who you want to be, to give you more energy, and for you to be more productive. You need to take the courage. Maybe sometimes it's courage to say no to some people. It may be courage to say no to certain things that you have always been doing. It could be courage to say no to you watching, the TV for 4 hours a day that is actually a very non-productive time. Yes? So take courage. The last is to step up on your sphere of influence. You are in a position of influence, whether you like it or not, and whether you're using it towards being a high performer and influencing your team, yourself, the people around you towards that which is important for you. Be someone of influence and impact. And by that, what I'm looking at is, are you delivering the results? If you're expecting your team to be a high performer, are you being a high performer? If you're expecting your family to eat well, your children to eat well, and to eat nutritious food and not junk food, are you one then to be snacking on potato chips all the time? Deliver the results and be the role model for them. And finally, do challenge them. You will find that throughout history, influencers, leaders that create great impact are those who challenge others. Think of Martin Luther King. Think of Gandhi. They are not aggressive kind of leader, but yet in their quiet ways they issue a challenge. Challenge to others to live a better life. Challenge others to create a better community. Challenge to others towards a vision that's bigger than themselves. That is towards that matters most to them. So be someone of influence and impact. And if you're a high performer, you are one of influence and impact. Do that via your results, your role modeling, and your issue of challenge. You want to be a high performer? Well, then what are you doing with regards to your own clarity, your energy, your productivity, your courage, and being an influencer? Do something about each of this every single day, starting today.